Hello everyone, so today we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem converse to determine whether or not triangles are right triangles. Okay, and so the Pythagorean theorem converse says that if a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, then the triangle is in fact a right triangle. However, if a squared plus b squared does not equal c squared, then the triangle is not a right triangle. Okay. So we need to first just look at this triangle and label our A, our B, and our C. And so you want to remember that the A and the B values are what's called the legs of the triangle, and the C value is what's called the hypotenuse, and the C value is the longest length as far as the triangle goes. So here you see that I'm going to just label this my A, this my B, and then my C value must always just be the longest length of the triangle. Technically, it doesn't really matter too much which one's A and which one's B. Okay, and so now what I want to do is I want to plug these values into this formula here that I have highlighted. Okay, so now I know what my A is, I know what my B is, and I know what my C is. And so now I'm going to just replace A with 48. So I have 48 squared plus, now I'm replacing B with 14. And then C with 50. Okay, and so this is my question mark over my equal sign. I'm trying to figure out if these things are equal or not. Okay, so here, I'm just going to simplify the left-hand side. So I have 48 squared, which is equal to 2,304, plus 14 squared, which is equal to 196. And then I have 50 squared, which is equal to 2,500. And so now simplifying the left-hand side, so now I'm just going to add these numbers together. And so when I do that, I get that the left-hand side is in fact 2,500 equals 2,500. Okay, and so I was basically putting question marks over the equal sign because I'm trying to figure out if these things are equal or not. And so we saw at the final step here, after I simplified, that I did in fact get 2,500 is equal to 2,500. And so the answer is yes, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And so by the Pythagorean theorem converse, I know that this triangle is in fact a right triangle. Okay, so let's write that down. So since a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, then by the Pythagorean theorem converse, we have that the triangle is a right triangle. And so to figure these out, basically what you want to do is you want to look at the triangle, you want to label your A, your B, and your C values, you want to plug it into the equation for the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So plug into that equation. If you get that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side of that equation, then you can use the Pythagorean theorem converse to say that that triangle is a right triangle. However, if you get that the left-hand side does not equal the right-hand side, then you can conclude that that triangle is not a right triangle.